Welcome to the deep dive of Dvar Malchus, the Rebbe's Parsha Talks of the years 1991 and 1992, Tafshin Aleph and Tafshin Beis. My name is Hannah Margulies, and I'm so honored and grateful for this opportunity to dive into these texts together. This is part of the Geula Wives podcast. Geula Wives is all about living Geula in our marriages, revealing and tapping into and receiving the beauty, connection, peace, and joy, purpose that is possible in all of our marriages, living the marriages of our dreams and truly experiencing Geula. This specific series is focused on the Geula part of Geula Wives, as we really live with ideas of Mashiach and really live with these powerful concepts of what Geula is. In the Rebbe's words, it allows us as the Keres Habayis, as the mainstay of our home, to infuse our homes with the energy of Geula. And of course, that energy of Geula, that is the energy of shalom bayis, the energy of true and complete peace. So the merit of learning these talks, we should be able to have true shalom bayis within ourselves, our minds, and our heart, within us and our husbands, within us and our homes, and the ultimate home for God in this world. That is the true shalom bayis. Thank you for joining, and let's dive in. Baruch Hashem, we have landed in the holy parsha of Re'eh. Re'eh meaning seeing. Seeing is this undeniable reality. It is a revelation. If you think about seeing in contrast to hearing, you get a little detail here, a little detail there, and then finally you get this full picture. It's very much below to above, right? You have to do the work to get there. Versus seeing, you get the entire picture all at once and then slowly take in all the details. It's much more the idea of being handed this incredible revelation. It's this place of undeniable godly reality. It's seeing. And we know that in times of Mashiach, we are going to see godliness to the point that we're able to point and say, this I see, Zek Keli Ranveu, this is my God and I will glorify him. To learn Torah and to have this relationship with Hashem from this place of sight. And so we're being given this spiritual boost of sight in Parshas Re'eh. At the same time, we're learning this parsha as this time that we're entering into Elul, and we're going into the beginning of these winter months, which are much more below to above, which is coming from our effort, which is our work. So it has that work with sight, is we're going to fuse the both, right? Because really, this month of Elul that we're going into, it's both I, my beloved's, our work, and my beloved is mine, Hashem coming to us. And so we're going to have both advantages of sight, of godly revelation, and also internalizing that. So within the word, the first verse of our Torah portion this week itself, we have so many secrets. So the verse is Re'eh Anochi Noten Lifnechem Hayom Bracha. Behold, see, I've placed before you today the blessing, right? And then it goes into the blessings and the curses, but we're going to see how really the curses are also part of this blessing, just a higher level. So let's break down each word of this first verse. So if you want to open the parsha to see the first verse, or quickly Google it, or just follow along with me here. So see. What's seeing? It represents sight, which unlike hearing, allows us to grasp things instantly, completely and holistically, right? Where it's complete experience of sight. What's Anachi? This is referring to Hashem's ultimate essence and being, his asmas, which transcends all worlds, right? So you have this word Anachi by the 10 Commandments, right? Hashem saying, I am putting myself into this revelation completely. I'm totally here. And Notain, what is Hashem giving us? Represents God giving with a generous eye, a pure light from above to below. Hashem is giving us this gift. We're being empowered here. And in which way? Before you, Lifnechem, literally to your innermost self, which is our panemius, meaning the light that permeates deep within before even spreading outward, right? I'm giving before you. And really even this idea of that even it's spreading to the part of ourselves that's external, but those external parts are being internalized. So we're being given this gift in a way that's all-encompassing, both to our inner self, both to our outer self. All of us is getting this gift. Hayom, I'm giving to you today. And Hayom represents light, revelation, and eternity, being drawn down into life. And so why is Hayom day? Because we know that Hashem called day light. So day is always connected to this idea of light, of revelation. And that we know that Mashiach is a day, Hayom Kulu Shabbos, a day that's forever like Shabbos. So it's really this idea of a day is really this idea of eternity. This life that we're going into, this Mashiach reality, which is this eternal time of light. It's always going to be like day. The lights got turned on, and thank God they're not getting turned off. That's just the new reality. And what is Hashem placing before us? What is this thing that we're getting? We're getting a bracha. So what is this? It's drawing in some shach of the highest divine levels So they're manifest as visible good. And then the next verse is, right, or placing before you the blessings or the curses. So seemingly, pshat is that it kind of seems like this choice. But what we learn here from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he sent his son, Rabbi Eliezer, to go and get blessings from his colleagues, right? Incredible sages, to go get these powerful blessings. And Rabbi Eliezer comes back and says, Father, they cursed me. They gave me curses, horrible curses. And so Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai explained to him, no, they wanted to give you the highest blessings, and the highest things come down the lowest. And therefore, in order for them to give you these highest blessings, they actually had to wrap them in the vise of curses in order to give them to you. So when he heard that, of course, he was consoled. And as we're still in this month of Menachem Av, we are being consoled. As the Rebbe is sharing with us, that's what it means, the blessings and the curses. Hashem's saying, I'm going to give you the blessings, and the blessings that are so high, I have to put them in the veil of this outer shell, this outer protection for these blessings, because they're so big. I'm hiding them inside. But don't be fooled. We're going to this place of total light, total day. And so within those, things that are going to be written as if they're curses, they're really the greatest blessings. And there's a story of the Alter Rebbe that he every year would read the Torah. And one year he was away during this parsha. And his son, the Mittler Rebbe, heard the Torah being read, this parsha, Re'eh, for the first time by someone else. And he actually fell sick. So sick to the point, after hearing those curses, that on Yom Kippur, they weren't sure if he should fast or not. Like, he recovered right before, but they weren't sure. And they asked him, hello, you hear these curses every year. Like, what happened? He's like, no, I've never heard them before, ever. Like, what do you mean? It's like, when my father reads the curses, I hear them as blessings. Because it was so revealed by the Alter Rebbe, this idea of day, of light, the panemius, the inner dimension, what those curses were to be the highest blessings, the biggest kisses from Hashem. Like, just they were enwrapped in this language of something lowly in order to protect this great light, but when it's being read by someone who knows the inner dimension, they're revealed as blessings. And so that's what the Rebbe is allowing us to tap into here. And then we move into this idea of Elul, right? So we're having this great divine revelation, these blessings. We also want to be able to bring that into our avoda, into this month of Elul. So, of course, Ani Ladodi V'Dodi Li, I'm my beloved and my beloved is mine, is one of the most famous acronyms for Elul, but there's actually 5, and each represent a different level of our soul. Each connect us to a different part of our soul. So the first one connects us to Torah. Ana Liyadi Samti Lach, right? So it's still the same letters, right? Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed, but different acronyms. So this is the first one. God caused it to come to his hand, and I will point for you. That's level of nefesh. Okay, prayer, tefillah. Ani ladodi v'dodi li. I, my beloved is mine. So that's, I guess, our ruach, our nefesh ruach, yeah. The third level is neshama, tzedakah. Oh, sorry, it wasn't levels of our soul. I'm sure it still connects, but we're really going through the world. So the first one is the world of asiyah, right? So feet on the ground. The next world is a little bit higher, which is tefillah. And now we're going into the world of tzedakah. So, and of course, the 4 worlds also connect to the 4 levels of our soul. So we're in the world of Asiyah, then we go to the world of Yetzirah, we're climbing to Bria, which is Tzedakah, and the acronym for that is Ish L'Rehu V'Matas Levionim. So this is from Purim, right? Sending portions of gifts one to another, right? We're giving gifts to the poor. Ish L'Rehu V'Matanas Levionim. So this is this high level of Bria. And then we go to Atzilus, which is connected to our Chaya. And this is the level of tshuva. Es levracha v'es levav. God will circumcise your heart and the heart of your offspring. Okay, so now we're going to the next level. We're going to the level of Adam, which is how we represent the Adam Ha'elyon. We're transcending the light of Atzilus, which is the highest world. We're transcending even the level of our Chaya, which is seemingly the highest part. We're going to the Chida Sheba Nefesh. We're going to the Isparsid B'Kol Kedusha, this level of the lights of Pharaoh, right? And we talk about lights of Pharaoh, we're like, Pharaoh's a bad guy. Hello, Paro, every kid knows he's the evil dude in the story of leaving Egypt. But spiritually, right, we're saying even the greatest curses actually have the highest lights. So even Pharaoh really has this energy of the most gushing forth of lights when you put him in his spiritual source. And so that's the energy of this 5th level, and that's the energy of redemption, Geula. Ashir Hashem v'yamar limor. I'll sing to Hashem, and they spoke, saying. And so this is that knowing that this is the highest level, and then this is where we're headed. We're all singing to Hashem and proclaiming this Geula here now. unencumbered, unafraid, letting ourselves know, letting all aspects of ourselves know, and letting everyone that we meet on the know that this is where we're going, to a place of Ashira Hashem. We're all singing to Hashem. And we're going to have this geula in the way of sight, that we're actually going to be able to see it. And allowing ourselves now in our mind's eye, and with our physical eyes, to be able to look around at the world wherever we see geula, wherever we see that Gilui Elokus, and to be able to celebrate that. And this is really how we're going to be able to take this highlight, this spiritual gifts that we're being given in Parshas Re'eh, these blessings, and know that means that we're supercharged. Our neshama has these blessings inside, and therefore we want to serve Hashem with the miraculous. To take this light, to take this inspiration, and to put that into our moda'ani, to put that into our shachar, to put that into our mincha, to put that into the way we care for the other people in our life. To not feel bogged down, to not feel stuck, to not feel like the only way to serve Hashem is below to above. I have to work so hard. No, you were given a spiritual gift, and so grab it by the hands and use that energy to serve Hashem from below to above. Use that energy in a relationship, to tap into who we are. We are called Adam, and we represent Adam Elyon. We are above the entire system. And from that inspiration, from that light of who we are, and from seeing who we really are, and seeing ourselves the way Hashem sees us, and seeing ourselves the way the Rebbe sees us, as these cosmic beings of divine light that have this power to sing our way into Geula, that we're serving Hashem from that place. L'chaim, and wishing everyone an amazing Shabbos Mashiach now. To learn more about how Geula Wives can be part of your life and support you to live the marriage of your dreams, visit GeulaWives.org, consider joining the Geula Wives Circle for full support, or step into the light of breakthrough coaching. Looking forward to you experiencing your personal Geula and spreading that light to the entire world.